Human and Organizational Performance, the 5 Principles in Action. In this video, we'll first look at an incident on a common work site. Then we'll briefly cover the 5 principles of human and organizational performance and see how their implementation improves safety. You'll see how small changes can lead to dramatically different results. It is 3 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon and a pre-job meeting is underway. The leaders are discussing an upcoming job to lay gravel on a muddy lot next to an above-ground piping system at an industrial chemical facility. The next morning, the crew arrives at the work site ready to lay the gravel. Sanjay, the supervisor, refers to some notes he made on a piece of paper and goes through the job specifics with his team. Sanjay mentions the importance of getting this done quickly and on time. One of the workers brings up the short daylight window. Sanjay states, "Non-issue, you will be done by dark." He then asks the team if they have any other questions, and no one speaks up. The crew are ready to go as they have done this type of job before. The team gets to work. Helena, the gravel truck driver, begins to raise the box and moves forward slowly to lay down the gravel. As she drives, some gravel gets stuck at the top of the box. Jack, who is spotting the job, shouts to alert Helena. Hearing Jack shout and gesture, Helena brakes suddenly and lets out a sigh of disappointment. She then remembers a quick workaround she has used before to get the job done. Helena puts her idea into motion, accelerating and braking, advancing the truck forward quickly, slamming the tailgate to dislodge the stuck gravel. She keeps her focus on her side view mirror, expecting to see the gravel dislodge. But the truck box contacts a communication line, bringing down a pole that crashes between the cab and the truck bed. Frustrated and worried about the repercussions, Jack and Helena both start to blame themselves and silently each other for the incident. Sanjay pulls the team together and announces he has to record the incident as a damage to property incident. Sanjay indicates to Jack and Helena that more paperwork is not what he needs. The next day, the entire team sits in a lessons learned meeting to review what went wrong. The discussion focuses on what Jack and Helena should have done rather than understanding the circumstances surrounding what actually happened. Sanjay is frustrated and once again stresses the importance of staying focused and paying attention. We can all agree that this is not an ideal scenario. Now, let's take some time to briefly go over the 5 principles of human and organizational performance, or HOP. 1. Error is normal. Recognizing that human errors in a work environment are not a violation, but rather opportunities to learn. Employees need to be empowered to adapt to the challenges of everyday work. 2. Blame fixes nothing. We realize that blaming is a natural human response that improves nothing, and therefore, we focus our energy on learning from our errors. 3. Context drives behavior. It's important to design systems that support our workers in accomplishing their tasks in a safe manner by understanding the context of their work to identify weaknesses in our systems and suggest improvements. 4. Learning and improving is vital. Focusing on continuous learning and improvement, which plays a vital role in establishing robust safeguards to allow our systems to fail safely. 5. Leadership response matters. Leadership's response to failure builds or breaks a learning culture. Leaders must create an environment that allows employees to learn without fear of retribution. Simple responses such as, "What can we learn from this?" empowers employees to learn. Now let's reimagine this job using the 5 principles of HOP. This time, Sanjay unites the team for a pre-job walkthrough on site. He points out the known hazards on site, including the soft ground, the overhead wires nearby, and the above-ground piping. He also addresses the underground services concern raised and affirms it has been cleared. He encourages the team to take their time to ensure the job is completed properly and safely. If it looks like the work will carry on into the evening, then portable light towers can be brought in. He then asks the team for their comments or further concerns and gives them time to inspect the site. Nathalie, the dozer operator, is concerned about contact with the nearby surface pipes and asks if A-frame barriers can be erected. Sanjay agrees and makes a note to bring them in. Helena raises a concern about the overhead communication line and suggests placing caution tape beneath the line to be a visual reminder of the hazard. Sanjay makes another note to have caution tape installed. Here, we see the HOP principle of context drives behavior in action. In this scenario, the pre-job walkthrough actively involves workers so they recognize the hazards in their environment, agree how to mitigate them, and collaborate on how to execute the job safely. Sanjay's willingness to listen to workers, take action, and empower them to solve problems creates an environment that encourages learning and adaptation if something unplanned were to happen. As in the previous scenario, the gravel gets unexpectedly stuck at the top of the truck bed. Jack alerts Helena as before. However, when Helena learns of the problem, she lowers the truck box and gets out to assess the situation. As she begins to climb into the box, Jack engages Helena to point out, without a ladder and mud on her boots, this creates a slipping hazard. Even in the best approach to this job, we see the principle of error is normal. All humans make mistakes, even the most experienced workers. Helena is trying to solve a problem, however, the box doesn't have safe access. Sanjay joins Jack and Helena to look at the situation. Instead of dictating a solution to them, he invites Jack and Helena to share their ideas. Helena mentions the maneuver she has used before, which Sanjay likes, but Jack raises a concern about the overhead lines and the potential to contact them. Helena then suggests shoveling out the gravel. She, Sanjay, and Jack discuss and agree on this solution. Sanjay offers to provide a ladder from his truck for easy and safe access. The team is demonstrating the principle of learning and improving is vital. Every challenge, error, and unexpected hazard or condition is an opportunity to learn and improve for the sake of both safety and the quality of the work. It is key to remember that operational learning, where the team learns on the job, is far more powerful than retrospective learning, such as an incident investigation. Operational learning responds to unexpected hazards and conditions as they arise, potentially avoiding or mitigating the negative consequences of an incident. Getting back to the scenario, Helena places the ladder securely on the lowered box of the truck. Jack and Helena clear the stuck gravel with shovels. And then Helena can release the last of the gravel out of the back of her truck without advancing forward. In comparison with the first scenario, we don't see any blaming or finger pointing here. That's because blame fixes nothing, another principle of HOP. We can see the importance of Sanjay encouraging his team to have an open conversation about managing potential hazards and sharing solutions. Learning and improving is vital. With the job complete and the day drawing to a close, we join the team back at the shop. Sanjay leads a post-job debrief to discuss the unexpected hazards and conditions encountered and how the team adapted on the job. He asks the team how they might carry forward what they learned to better design the process. Jack suggests making sure a ladder is available for future jobs. Helena recommends improved controls for overhead hazards and installing a plastic liner in the truck bed to prevent gravel and mud from sticking in the box. Sanjay appreciates Jack and Helena's ideas and suggests a further improvement, that the ladder be installed on the side of the vehicle and others in the fleet. Nathalie joins in and suggests ensuring that the ladders used in future have a wide and deep tread to ensure people can safely use them even in muddy or wet conditions. This is an example of the principle leadership response matters. Sanjay's approach engages workers and empowers them to find solutions to safety challenges. It frames challenges encountered on the job as opportunities to learn and improve.